This story takes place a long time ago, in another world, where talented warriors trained in This story takes place a long As he'd done since a young age, Jinmu warmed up in the dojo, following the training required by the village chief. He was the most promising disciple. He put in quite the effort, firmly hoping to one day play his part in the protection of his people. He knew this for sure. The Natsu clan leader, Amaterasu, was no man to call a truce. Jinmu knew the origin of the Natsu clan like the back of his hand. Like everyone else, he was aware that Susanoo's eternal rival had betrayed her twice, turning against his own allies and mercilessly slaughtering his comrades to satisfy his selfish desires. It was because of Amaterasu that Jinmu had lost both his father and his mother, whom he had never known. And so Susanoo had to raise him in their stead. Yet, it was not out of vengeance that Jinmu wished to fight, but to protect his own. It was from this unwavering determination that he drew his strength. Jinmu's training was coming to an end.
Finally, I won!
His confidence was not misplaced. None of his seniors or superiors could defeat him. But even though Jinmu outstripped all his peers, he still hadn't managed to surpass his master.
Jinmu, at last you've...
Yeah.
The Aki clan advanced through the valley to respond to the Natsu attack, and Jinmu hastened to join Akiku and his fellow samurai. But he lost track of his friend, and naively plunged into enemy lines to find her. Jinmu soon faced a formidable opponent. It was time to put all his learning into practice.
Did he just call us traitors? Why? They are the traitors. What? Fire?
Despite Tengu's protection, a fire seemed to have broken out. Who could unleash...
Well, you're a little more skilled than the others. You're a little more skilled than the others, No one had landed a blow on me in ages. It's just luck. The weaklings I've faced over the years have made me let my guard down. It won't happen again.
Still trembling, Jinmu looked around him. The battle was over. Despite significant losses, Aki had come out on top. Yet despite this victory, thoughts collided in Jinmu's head.
What was he talking about? His daughter? Could it be that grandmother has been hiding things from me? All these corpses. As many Aki as Natsu. Is Amat...
Jinmu, you're back! You don't understand. Give up and I can forgive this offense. This deceitful fox has confused your mind. Come back to your senses!
I can't move anymore.
And so Susanoo banished Jinmu from the village and exiled him to the mountains. Jinmu felt completely lost. The history of his clan, the atrocities committed by Amaterasu, Susanoo's just cause. Where was the truth in all of this? And where were the lies? Who was his daughter? What was the real reason for this conflict? He remembered very well the story his grandmother had told him. In ancient times, Amaterasu had received the blessing of the mischievous goddess Kitsune in exchange for his blind devotion and unwavering submission. He then began to massacre all those who did not join her cult. That was the origin of this endless conflict. At least that's what Jinmu had been convinced of. Until yesterday. Now he wasn't sure of anything anymore. Did death, lifeless bodies, pain, and cruelty really have a meaning? Deep in Jinmu's soul, a conviction was beginning to emerge. This war was futile, and it could be stopped. And while he was lost in his thoughts, Jinmu continued to advance toward the mountains. The grass became snow as the fresh air of the valley gradually gave way to the icy cold of the peaks. Without realizing it, Jinmu had arrived to the mountains. Legend had it that it was beyond these summits that the abode of the gods was located, and that before inhabiting the valleys, the first samurai had trodden this same snow. But today, it would have been surprising for anyone to inhabit such an
I can't go any further. Where am I? I must have passed out.
Young Raven, the...
Here? How can anyone survive in these forbidden mountains? No matter.
No one would have the strength to survive the storm of Orochi without my protection. Young samurai, who are you? Let that be a lesson. Long before you were born, I was the first human.
Kushina.
Jinmu, disturbed by these revelations, the story Izanagi told Jinmu had convinced him that he should stop the war himself. The two rivals, blinded by their hatred, would listen to none but their idols. But Jinmu would force them to return to reason. And if he had to fight them for it, then so it would be. Fortunately, he felt like the words of the samurai had opened a way for him. With a fresh impetus, Jinmu quickened his pace. If he could convince a higher being to help him, that power might be enough to end this madness. He just needed a push to rise to their level. The blessing of a god who would work.
I should have known. You want an audience with the divine to receive their power.
Yeah. 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 It belongs to Orochi. These snowstorms were your doing. What? You received a divine gift yourself!
You do not understand. The anger of the gods was going to destroy our world. I had no choice but to accept Orochi's help, and you know nothing of the pact that binds us.
You may be strong, but your idol is weak. If I could cross swords with my grandparents, then I can defeat you.
Jinmu had triumphed over the first samurai and prepared to enter the realm of the gods, his confidence and determination renewed.
Here I am, finally in this legendary garden. Magnificent. No painting could do it justice. But it is strangely empty. No, I feel like I'm being watched. I came to...
under the protection of Ryujin's torrents, Jinmu felt capable of ending the fighting without bloodshed. But the two stubborn rivals would probably refuse to hear any of it.
The fighting has started again. Susanoo, you don't want peace. You just want to continue the senseless killing. Akiko! Not you! Stay with me, Akiko!
Well, here you... I knew you would come back. You fought with the sun, and you want to measure yourself against it again. But this time, little crow, all that awaits you is to burn your wings there.
I'll kill you!
Oh, aggressive right off the bat.
So, Jinmu, you are no longer seeking peace? Did I give you my power to perpetuate the cycle of hatred?
Ryujin, it's so hard. I think I'm starting to understand them. I feel so much rage, but I must not let myself be consumed by hatred. Amaterasu, I was banished by Susanoo and I am no longer here to fight.
That demon. She didn't want to hear a word from her own disciple. That doesn't surprise me coming from her. You deserve a wiser leader. Like me. That is why you're here. You seek refuge with your former enemy, now that you know who is trustworthy.
Of course not. I'm here to talk to you about your daughter.
My daughter! Have you seen her? How is she?
Listen, Amaterasu. Your cursed fight has been in vain for a long time. My mother, she died giving birth to me.
What are you talking about? So that's it? She sent you to confuse me? What cowardice! That's stooping pretty low, even for you, Susanoo.
But no,
Silence! You've said enough! I'll disperse the darkness of your lies with my shining sword.